Aston Villa are in it until they are not. This is one of the most informed runs from a non-top six side that I've seen in the Premier League for a very, very long time. This Aston Villa team is so good. And honestly, the same comments I made about Arsenal in their match against Brighton, I'm literally going to repeat the same exact sentiments for this Chelsea team. You cannot dominate a team for an entire half and only score one goal. This Premier League is too unpredictable. Even the worst teams in this league, if you only score one goal after dominating them for that long, it just inspires them. It gives them confidence to believe that, oh, this team can have this much possession, this many chances, this many shots, this many touches in the opposition box, and they can only score one goal. That means if we just lock in for a 20-minute period of the game, we can equalize. We can find a way back into the game. And that's what you see so many times in the Premier League this season and in recent seasons. If you do not take your chances against these supposedly smaller clubs, and Aston Villa are even bigger club than these teams I'm talking about, then you're going to get punished. And that's exactly what happened to Chelsea in this game. Chelsea had so many openings, and the issue with this Chelsea team is the same issue we will continue to speak about all throughout the season. You have too many attackers that are not of enough quality, that are not clinical enough, not decisive enough, not game-changing enough. Too many attackers that will go missing throughout the duration of a football match. Cole Palmer is getting back to full fitness. He wasn't really that great today. Okay, if Cole Palmer is not great, who else can be great? João Pedro gets his goal, but let's be honest, it's Fugazi. It's really Rich James's goal. It just happened to brush him going in. He didn't do anything the entire game. Pedro Neto, if he just had one more final decision, he would be great type of player I've ever seen in my life. If he could just do the last bit right, he would be the best winger in the Premier League. But he never does it right. Alejandro Garnacho, every time you get to the attacking third, the final third, it's a poor cross. It's a poor shot. It's taking too long on the ball. It's not beating you. It's always something with this guy. Okay, but when you bring on Gittins, it's the same exact thing. Flatters to see if he'll get, and then he'll just fall flat. Liam Delap comes on. Liam Delap probably has more yellow cards this season than goals. Liam Delap just comes on and he just wants to fight everybody. He's the most ill-disciplined, ill-behaved striker I've ever seen at least back in the days when the likes of Suarez or Costa or who else? Just think about any poorly behaved striker you could think of. At least they were scoring goals. At least they were contributing to the team. And then, the occasional bite, the occasional punch, the occasional elbow. But at least they were scoring goals. This guy does none of that. He just fights and gets yellow cards. Literally not doing anything, contributing to the team. Esteval, okay, I'll give him a little bit of grace. He's 18. But all in all, it's just attacking players that are cute and they have nice touches and they get into the box, and then when it's time to score goals and actually contribute to the team, they struggle every single time. And then what happens? Aston Villa soak up all that pressure for an entire 45 minutes, and they say, you know what? Let's make some changes. Let's bring out some guys that might actually contribute to this team. And the main guy that they brought on, Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins against big six sides, this guy's on smoke. He's on smoke. Anytime he comes up against a big six side, it seems like he's always trying to prove a point. Like, oh, none of you guys want to sign me, or none of you guys want to. I'm going to show you why you should. I'm going to show you why you should have signed me over Gyökeres. I'm going to show you why you should have signed me over Delap, Pedro. Why you should have signed me over any other striker there is. I'm better than all these guys. And he's showing consistently why he's that caliber of player. Comes on and instantaneously changes the whole complexion of the game. The way he and Morgan Rogers combine every single game is incredible. You have two players with great physical attributes that they can run the channels, they can run in behind, they link up well. One can drop deep, one can run in behind, the other can drop deep, the other can run in behind. They combine so well with each other, have such great chemistry with each other, and it just works whenever they're on the pitch with each other. And the moment Watkins gets on the pitch, Rogers finds him. It's a great pass, powerful pass into his path. It's a great first touch. nice little toe poke, gets saved, but he gets lucky. But that's what you get when you have that kind of quality, when you have that kind of production in the final third. That's what Chelsea are missing. João Pedro doesn't do that consistently. Liam Delap has never done that consistently. So you can't even rely on him. That's the difference between these two teams. And then you see how the moment Villa bring Watkins on, they just take control of the game. I think in this game, Villa might have had like what? I don't know, let's say 10 shots on target. Something like that. It must have been like, they must have forced like 6 saves or something like that from Robert Sanchez. 2 goals and maybe 5 or 6 saves. More shots on target than Chelsea in this match. That doesn't make sense considering Chelsea had a majority of the possession and the chances for the majority of the game. Villa really only showed up in the last 30 minutes, but that was enough for them to get something out of this game. And then the goal that they eventually score for the winner, a free header, he's never really gonna miss that. Even though he misses occasionally, but that was the form that he's in after what he did in the for the first goal. He was never gonna miss that chance. And that right there is the epitome of Chelsea's season. They will play good football, but they don't have the attackers to take the chances that come to them. And then when it comes to discipline, they're such an ill-disciplined team. Once Aston Villa equalized, Chelsea's heads went down. It looked like there was no coming back into the game for them. They just completely sunk from there. And it's gonna happen when you have a bunch of young players, a bunch of players that aren't too experienced at the top level. It's going to happen. They're going to struggle in these types of games. And then the discipline aspect, Caicedo wants to fight everybody rather than just play football. Delap, same thing. Cucurella, they might say, "Oh, we love his antics," but quite frankly, it's annoying. It seems bratty to watch. It doesn't seem like he just seems like an annoying player. But that all contributes to the ill discipline in the Chelsea team. The only guy that really seems to be head on disciplined is Reece James, who's just even killed no matter what happens. If the rest of the Chelsea players could behave like Reece James, this team could actually win more games than they won. But it's the same exact story every single week with this Chelsea team. You have the chances, you have the possession, you have the talented players, and then you don't take your chances. You don't convert when you're on top. If Chelsea go in and they take this game 2-0 lead, then who knows what could happen. You might have sunk Aston Villa heads completely, and then it might be too big of a gap for them to overcome. When the likes of Watkins and Sancho and all of them came on. But from a Villa perspective, wow, 11 wins on the bounce, and number 11 is the one that gives them that run. And it's a great result going into the next fixture against Arsenal. Aston Villa have the opportunity to go level up top with Arsenal. Probably won't finish up top because Man City probably win their game and be at the top of the league. But they have a chance to go level on points with Arsenal at the top of the league. Who would have saw that? No one saw that coming. A lot of people thought Aston Villa would be fighting to get into a European spot. Losing Rashford because they didn't get Champions League last season. The financial implications, maybe it would hurt them being able to sign players. But they kept a lot of their core players and they've improved decently. Lindelof, who looked terrible at Man United for many years, actually looks like a competent center back again. And then you have all the same guys you had last season. Emery is getting the most out of these players, and I know people like to say, "Oh, this squad is a very good team." Like people wanted Amadou Onana, people wanted Boubacar Kamara. Top 6 sides wanted these guys, right? Tielemans obviously was wanted to. Remember when Leicester went down? People wanted Tielemans and Maddison at their clubs. So Watkins has also been linked to United. He's been linked to Arsenal. So these are not scrubs or average players. They're very, very good top 6 caliber players, but he's still getting the best out of them, right? He's getting the best out of this squad. And I'm not gonna say I envision Aston Villa winning the title. I don't know if they can keep it up all the way through the season because we've seen this with teams over the years. We've seen teams start hot and kind of plow through the first half of the season and then kind of fall off later. But why not? Until they're out of it, they're in it. And if they manage to get a result against Arsenal, draw or even win, then they're even more so in it, because you halfway point of the season, you're literally within 2 points on the top of the table, and that's what you need. Catching form from that November-ish period to December, I always say it's the best time to catch form for these teams, because you want to catch form in the winter period, in the holiday period, and that's what Aston Villa are doing right now. I can't see where they lose, because I see the way Arsenal's been playing. Arsenal's not really in form. They're winning games, but they're not really in form. There's every reason to believe Villa can go there and get a result, especially because they've been kind of a bogey team for Arsenal in the last couple of seasons as well. So they can get a result there. From a Villa perspective, this is a great result. 60 minutes, you were not really in the game, and then you bring on Ollie Watkins. It sparks Morgan Rogers into life, sparks Tielemans into life, sparks that entire midfield, Kamara into life, and then you start to see Aston Villa play football. And when they play football, they're one of the best teams to watch in the Premier League. And I'm not going to say they deserved to win the game, but they certainly didn't deserve to lose the game. And they created more clear-cut quality chances, in my opinion, than Chelsea did. So actually, maybe they did deserve to win the game. At the end of the day, the points are the points. Incredible result from Aston Villa. And look, in this unbeaten kind of long streak that they've been on, I don't know the exact number of wins in X amount of games. I know it's 11 in a row, but before that, what the actual overall record was, the only team that beat them was Liverpool. So we might not win anything this season, but that's my trophy. We stopped the most informed team in the league. But Aston Villa, another incredible result, another great result. Chelsea, please, what are the thoughts on Chelsea? What are the actual thoughts on what do we expect from this Chelsea team? Are we seeing a team that's going to fight for top four? Are we seeing a team that right now, in fifth position, are they the fifth best team in the league? Because right now, I don't think they're better than any of the teams above them. Like, they've somehow allowed Liverpool to surpass them. So now they're probably the fifth best team in the league. And on current form, the way that they're dropping, the way that they're floundering and faltering, man, you could see United overtaking them. You could see whoever, Sunderland, like, they're struggling. They're really struggling. So I don't know what to expect from this Chelsea team. Right now, I have zero expectations from this Chelsea team. Zero. Because the fact that they're not really strong defensively, they don't score enough or create enough quality chances, I have no reason to hang my head on Chelsea and say, okay, this is why I believe they'll do X, Y, Z in this league. There's no belief. But for Villa, there's belief. There's belief that they can do something tangible. If not in the Premier League, then at least in Europe. They look very strong. With Morgan Rogers on form, with Ollie Watkins on form, and that midfield of Kamara, Onana, Tielemans just kind of working behind them, this team can actually do something very dangerous this season. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you very soon. Nigeria plays Tunisia in a little bit. We'll watch that game and have a reaction for you guys. Hopefully it's a positive reaction. Hopefully I'm not angry and yelling at the screen. And yeah, see you guys very soon. Peace out.